bright future. Every student matters.
Now let us discuss the back exercises. So which of the famous personalities is not known for taking up the path of peaceful resistance? So there are names of 4 authors which are given to you, and you have to tell us that who among these 4 was was violent in nature, who believed in the fact eye for an eye, and it was only Winston Churchill. What is the tone of this poem? Now this poem is very pious. Pious means something which relates you, something which associates you to God. Okay. Which of the following words is not a synonym of high-handed? Something which is superior in nature. So bossy is superior, overbearing is superior, autocratic is superior. What is not superior is condescending. What is the poet praying for in this poem? So the poet prays for an end to all the strife, to all the problems in her land. What is the strength that the poet looks to God for? So what kind of strength does the poet want from God? The strength that she wanted was to do what God wills. She wanted each one of us to understand and to have the power to follow the things that God would want us to do. Okay. So explain with reference to context. Lord of heaven and earth, look down in mercy and remember that we've tried, though imperfectly, all our days to live by thy code. Who is the poet talking to? The poet is talking to God. What does the word imperfectly imply? As I had told you already, the poetess uses the word imperfectly for the human beings who never intend to hurt somebody, but unintentionally at times they end up hurting somebody. So that is why we are the ones who do mistakes imperfectly. Perfectly means thoughtful, and imperfectly without thinking. What is the given code? So what code is the poetess talking about? The code of non-violence, the code of peace, the code of togetherness, the code of unity. These are all the things that the God wants us to follow, but we do not consider it. Yet we thank thee, Lord, our Father, for his lack, that has perforce stayed our hands from doing wrong. So what does lack mean here? As I told you again, lack over here means the absence of revengeful, the absence of these feelings which are full of revenge, which are full of hatred and dislike. This is something which is lacking in the poem or in the poet. Why does the poet thank God? Because obviously it is only and only because of God that we have been bestowed with, we have been blessed with all these positive and beautiful emotions, because of which we never want to hurt anyone. Is the situation a happy one, do you think? Yes. The poet is certainly very happy because she is not one of those people who believe in giving pain for pain or doing wrong for wrong. The wrong they have done and the waste they have caused by their high-handed acts of playing God. So who is the poet talking about? The poet is talking about the people. Who people? The people who have killed her brothers, because it says the wrong they have done. So she talks about the people who killed her brother. What is the waste that has been caused? The waste is not only to the society, the wastage of resources, the wastage of money, the wastage of ammunitions, but also there has been a very major wastage or a very major loss in her family because she ended up losing her two brothers. What does the phrase playing God mean? So the phrase playing God simply means that we need to understand that it is the God who is the supreme authority, who has the control over somebody's life and death. And we human beings should not take this into our hands. We human beings should not be, so proud that we take away this right from the death. So, why were the people mocked as cowards? So the people of the poet and her community were laughed at and were called as cowards because they did not believe in doing wrong for wrong. They did not believe in giving pain for pain. They did not have an AK-47. Rather, they belonged to those people who believed in giving a cheek in return of one cheek that somebody has slapped on. What is the prayer for the enemy? What prayer does the poetess do for the enemy? The same. She does not have anything special to ask for her enemy. She simply requested God to make her enemy transform or undergo a transformation of the heart. She wants the enemy to understand that they are doing something wrong and that there still is time for them to mend their ways. There still is some time so that they can change themselves and go on for something which is positive and better. What is the poet's idea of hell? Obviously, the poetess has used the word dark with hell. According to her, hell is a place which is full of darkness, and it is the place where one goes after having done or after having lived a life which was full of pain, giving pain to somebody, hurting somebody. So she believed that we should all do good. We should all be meek in front of God and thank Him for the life that He's given to us, or else we are going to be in darkness. We are going to live in the dark and not have anything good in the future. So with this, my dear students, we come to the end of this poetry. So Prayer of the Meek is a very beautiful poem which is written in order to teach the readers that God always wants everybody to be peaceful, to live in peace, to live together, to live in unity. So my dear students, with this I come to the end of this poem. The back exercises have been discussed. The poem has been explained to you well. So I hope the poem is clear to you.